Lila's boots crunched against the frosty grass as she trudged toward the old pasture. The November air nipped at her cheeks, but her heart was warm with anticipation. For weeks, she'd been sneaking away to visit the towering black stallion that had appeared on the edge of her family's farm. The locals called him Shadow, a wild horse no one could tame. When Lila first spotted him, she was struck by his proud stance and piercing gaze. But there was something else, something hidden beneath the layers of his mistrust, a sadness that mirrored her own. Lila had felt lonely ever since her mother passed away last spring. Shadow, with his restless eyes, seemed like he knew what it meant to lose someone. Day after day, she'd brought him offerings, carrots from the garden, apples from the orchard. Each time he edged closer. Tonight, Lila had a new plan. Clutched in her mittened hand was her mother's blue silk scarf. It still carried her mom's lavender scent, a fragrance of comfort and love. As she approached the pasture, she called out softly, "Shadow, I'm here." The moonlight lit up his sleek coat as he emerged from the trees, his breath forming clouds in the cold night air. His eyes watched her, cautious but curious. Slowly, Lila knelt, laying the scarf on the ground. "This was my mom's," she whispered. "She used to say it carried wishes. I think it could carry yours too." For a long moment, nothing happened. Lila stayed still, her heart hammering. Then, as if drawn by an unseen force, Shadow stepped forward. His hooves barely made a sound as he approached her, his massive frame almost glowing under the moon. He stopped just inches away and lowered his head. Lila held her breath as his soft muzzle brushed the scarf, then her outstretched hand. A tear slipped down her cheek, but she smiled. In that moment, something passed between them, an understanding deeper than words. Shadow let out a low, rumbling breath and gently nudged her shoulder, as if to say, "I trust you." From that night on, Shadow became her silent companion. Together they faced their fears, healed their wounds, and proved that even the wildest of hearts can be tamed by love. And as they stood under the stars, a little girl and a once wild horse, it was clear. Friendship truly knows no bounds. If you liked the video, put like and subscribe to the channel where you will find a lot of interesting things.